Welcome back to the Le Petit Saint Crochet blog. I'm Elise and this is little Gunther Carl. He is a fuzzy bunny and I cannot wait to show you the technique that I use to make him a fuzzy bunny rather than a smooth and sleek bunny. But first I'm going to tell you the tale of how he came to be. He was actually kind of a little what I call a happy accident, which is I think what Bob Ross used to say when he would make mistakes. So stay tuned. Once upon a time in the enchanted land of Denmark, a yarn company decided to send yarn to a little toy maker all the way in North Carolina. The toy maker was so excited to get the yarn, and she went on the website and looked all around to find the perfect yarn to make a new bunny rabbit. She looked and looked and looked and finally found the perfect yarn to make her little bunny. She waited with anticipation for the day that the postman would arrive. Every day the toy maker checked her tracking number online. Not very storytale-like, but that's what happened. And every day she watched until it was the time for the yarn to come. She watched out the window every moment to see if the mail truck would arrive. And when it did, she rushed out of the house. She opened the front door and ran down the stairs, went to the mailbox, opened it up, and saw the beautiful package all the way from Denmark. The toy maker ripped open the package and to her delight found beautiful yarn in all the colors that she had ordered. And there were two surprises, a little gray notions pouch and a pair of matte black stork scissors. I am so excited. So this company called Hubby from Denmark sent me this yarn, and let me tell you, I am bubbling with excitement right now. I wish I could adequately explain how excited I am. I have not tried a new yarn and I don't remember how long it's been, particularly the worsted weight for like the animal bodies. I've crocheted with the same one, I have knitted with the same yarn, and now I'm opening this and I'm so excited. So excited. I chose some colors, and you know, when you choose colors, you know, online, sort of like, I really hope this looks like what I thought it was going to look like, and that the project that I have for it. Oh, okay. Look. Oh, look at that. Oh, this is the happy sheep. Look, this is the wool power. Look. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's so squishy. It's so much bigger than I thought it was going to be. This is 100%, I think it's merino wool, and oh, how gorgeous. This is the natural or nature color, I think. Oh, this is the baby wool. This is the happy sheep baby wool, and this is going to be what the clothes are going to be. Look how pretty. Oh, I love the little sheep on the front too. Okay, so this is the white. Oh, look how pretty. Look. Oh, these are gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh, look at that. This is the baby wool. So this is going to be some clothes here. Oh, I don't know how well you can see this green. This is a very deep, almost a forest green. That is gorgeous. Absolutely spectacular, and I cannot wait to share. Wait, what is this? What? Look at this. They sent me a little pouch. Oh, how pretty. Oh, to put my knitting needles in. Oh my gosh, guys, this is so much fun to get stuff in the mail, isn't it? You know, we don't really get stuff in the mail anymore, do we? Especially not a surprise like this. Look at this. Oh, how cute. Oh, look, it's little black stork scissors. Oh, how pretty. These are gorgeous. This is all from Hubby yarn, and they are in Denmark, and I cannot wait to start knitting. I have some housework I really need to get done, but then this is going to be my evening, and I cannot wait. Immediately, the toy maker started knitting her little bunny head. She was so excited, and she had chosen two colors, off-white and nature. She wanted them to look so beautiful, and as she began to knit, a little doubt started to creep in her mind that, maybe these two colors aren't really working together the way she thought they would. But she continued to knit, and she continued to knit. And once she had finished the entire bunny, she realized that the two colors that she had chosen were not exactly perfect. This is that little bunny. And dejected and disappointed, the toy maker thought, oh no, I've made a terrible mistake. But then a memory danced across her mind, and she thought, I have an idea. She remembered that Stephanie from All About Ami had created the most beautiful fluffy dog. And she ran to the website and looked, and lo and behold, she knew that she was going to try this on her bunny head that she knew wasn't exactly the right colors. So she got out her Furminator, and she brushed and brushed and brushed and brushed and brushed, and knew that, oh my goodness, a little fuzzy bunny would be the perfect solution. So the toy maker put away one color and only used the off-white to make little Gunther Carl. And as she knitted him, she knew that this was the right color, and it turned out that doing the head the wrong way ended up being a happy little accident that she was able to experiment on so that she could make little Gunther Carl. So before we make our little bunny here fuzzy, we've got to talk about your yarn choice. It is really, really important, because if you don't use the right kind of yarn, you're not going to be able to make it fuzzy. So I'm going to show you the two different yarns that I used to make little Gunther Carl here, and I think he just turned out so cute. So this is the baby wool. This is the Happy Sheep. It's called baby wool. And while it was perfect to make the little clothes, these are actually the color of his little shorts here, it would not make a good yarn to be able to make a fuzzy bunny. So what I have here is the actual wool power, okay? This is the worsted weight, and I'm going to show you why this was good to make fuzzy. So even on the website, it says that this yarn actually is good for felting, and it's a worsted weight, but it's really, really thick, and it's fluffy. It's already super fluffy. So this is why this is going to make the perfect yarn to be able to make our bunny fuzzy. So now that we got that part out of the way, you're also going to need some type of a tool to be able to fuzz your little bunny or whatever you're making, because you could do this with any knitted or crocheted handmade toy that you're going to do. Now this is just the Furminator. I had it for Jersey. Jersey hates it, so we do not use it on Jersey Boy, so it's going to be the perfect thing for making little fuzzy toys. But you could also use like a dog slicker comb. They have those on Amazon or at Petco or wherever you buy those types of things. And I actually got this idea from Stephanie from All About Ami. She did the most beautiful design, and I think it was maybe a year ago, and it was the Chinese New Year, and it was the year of the dog. And she did a beautiful design, and that's where I got this idea from, was to use a brush to make it fuzzy. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead, and he can't get fuzzy with those little clothes on, so I'm gonna take it off, take his sweater off, and we will get started. So now he's naked, we got the clothes, and I'm gonna actually start with the body first. And I'm not gonna fuzz the body a whole lot, just because you're not gonna really see most of it. But what you're gonna do is you're just going to take the Furminator or whatever tool you're using, you just start to brush it. And now, obviously, be a little bit careful, because you could rip your yarn if you're not super careful. So I'm just taking little strokes here, making it kind of going with the stitches here, and just kind of making it a little bit fuzzy. And I hope that you can kind of see that he's already starting to get fuzzy. Now I'm going to do a little bit of the face, and I'm going to work on this part really carefully because once you start the fuzzing, you can't unfuzz it. So wish me luck. I'm also trying not to get any of the embroidery. I do not want to fuzz that because it will actually rip that embroidery floss there. So we're not going to touch his nose and mouth at all, but we're really going to try to get these ears fuzzy as well. So I am super happy with how he is turning out. I really focused on the face, the ears outside and inside, a little bit on his arms, really not much on his body, but also his feet because you'll be able to see his feet pretty good. And I actually did some on the tail, which is a little bit hard to do, but I really think he turned out really cute and I can't wait to put his clothes back on. So let's see how he looks. Okay, I think he turned out so cute with the little fuzzy. He looks very Nordic to me now, and he fits his name, Little Gunther Carl. So I really hope you enjoyed this little tutorial. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I am going to share all the links to the yarn, a Furminator, all about Ami, Stephanie, her Year of the Dog. All of those things are in the blog post. So I'm going to put that link to the blog post in the description box below. And if you're on the blog watching this, hey, you already have all those links. So I really hope you love him as much as I do. So I want to share the pros and the cons of the wool that Hubby Yarn sent to me. And this is the Wool Power. This is the worsted weight. And the pro is that it is perfect for doing that little technique with the Furminator or a dog slicker brush or whatever you have to really make it fuzzy. And that is really, really fun because you need to be really careful because if you use a different type of worsted weight yarn, it really could just tear the fibers and that's not really what you're going for. You're going for a fuzzy look. Now, the downside to this is that this is not super strong. So during the seaming process, there were times when it would actually, when I would really strain it, it would break. So one of the things that I did was I just used another similar color of the baby wool and I just used that instead to seam some of the more difficult parts, especially the bottom of the foot where you use like almost like a drawstring type technique on the bottom. You want something really strong and this is just not going to work for that, but you can use the baby wool and that will be fine. So for the clothes, I used their baby wool and this was such a pretty color. This is the gray and it's like a heathered color. And this is called the Winter Green Melange, which I just think sounds so fancy. But I love, love, love how there is such nice definition between this green and the white. I love that. It doesn't always happen with all yarns. And when I blocked it, there was no bleeding of that green into that white, because that's happened to me before, but it did not with this. So I really appreciated that about this. I feel like there's nice stitch definition. It's not super crisp. There's a little fuzz to it, which I really gives it a little rusticy look, and I love that. But the only downside to this is that it is thinner than the other 4-ply yarns that I have used in the past. So what I did for this was I actually just doubled the strand. So I just cut a length of it and knitted with 2 strands at one time, and it worked perfectly fine. So, and this is made from, I have almost all of this left, and I use this to make the little shorts. So I actually have almost the whole ball left. So I'm gonna be able to make a lot of clothes from these. So I hope that you enjoyed hearing the pros and cons, and that way you can make a decision about whether you want to get these or not. Gunther Carl and I thank you so much for stopping by the Le Petit Saint Crochet blog. And if you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. Please hit that like button and the subscribe button. And if you've been here before and you are a repeat customer, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial and the little story behind my little happy accident, Gunther Carl here. And all of the links will be in the blog post. So if you're on YouTube, just look at the description box below and you'll find the link to the blog post. And I will see y'all next week.